Hello, my name is Stephanie and welcome to Raised on a Garden Pantry. Today I'm going to show you a real quick and easy dinner that you can put together using your crock pot. Stay tuned to find out what it is. We're gonna make a pork loin roast in the crock pot that I have been making for so long, and I actually have not made it in, I feel like, in a couple years. We've got some really simple ingredients that we're gonna throw in there and they'll be ready in about 3 to 4 hours. So let me show you how I pull it all together. The other day, I went to the store, went to my discount grocery store, and I got this really big boneless pork loin that I like to get sometimes because I can get at least 3 to 4 meals out of this. I think we'll probably get, depending on what we're having, probably 3, maybe 4. I don't know, it just depends. But I'm gonna cut off the big roast, or a roast, not too big. Actually, believe it or not, I'm not the biggest fan of pork. I will eat it if it's flavored the right way. But actually, I'm gonna go take this over to the sink and pull it out. Be right back. All right, here it is. It looks kind of gross. I don't know why. Anyway, all I'm going to do is cut off, let's do the smaller end. Let me turn this around. I am just gonna cut this piece off here, and I'm gonna throw that in the crock pot. And that should be enough for us for at least one dinner. Just depends. Anyway, so we'll save that. But in the meantime, while I'm here, is I'm gonna prepare this meat for, I need my bigger knife, my some other meals that we're going to have in the future, and then I just freeze it and it's ready to go when I'm ready to use them. One thing that I do like to buy is to make pork katsu, which basically is a breaded pork loin piece like this, where you pound it a little bit and then dip it. And my kids like to have it with cabbage and I can't think of it. It's not katsu sauce. It's I forget. There's a sauce that goes with it. It's a Japanese dish and it's really good. Now, a lot of the Japanese restaurants, that's how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Around here, they don't do pork katsu. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it tastes much. They do chicken. And I don't know why. Maybe, I don't know if people don't eat it or what, but it tastes so much better with the pork, obviously. Otherwise, it's just a chicken with panko breadcrumbs. It's like chicken nuggets or chicken strips. But that's what they do, probably because maybe people don't want to eat pork. I don't know. But in Japan, a lot of people eat pork. I didn't realize how popular pork was. But I guess it is in their ramen and everything. So anyway, I just will cut these up. And this was like 18 something for this whole thing. It gives you quite a good few meals. I mean, I might just cut the rest of this up. This one, and just make pork chop slices or something out of it. But anyway, we'll get that going and then I'll show you how to pull this roast quickly together. All right, so actually I got an extra meal. So we'll have 4 meals out of that one pork roast. So that's $4.50 a meal for that $18 pork roast. So that is all I do, is I just put them in here. I slice it all off and I will have it kind of flatten it out. I'll get the air out, and then I'll put those in the freezer and we'll have them for another day. Okay. So now the next thing, I'm going to cut up onion. Real simple. Simple. Now it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon here. I'm not the biggest Crockpot fan. I use it for this recipe. I don't really care for the result sometimes of Crockpots, and that's okay. I mean, this one turns out pretty good. And I've been to one doctor's appointment with one of my children, and now I get to go to, I think, an orthodontist one here pretty soon. And by the time I get back, you know how that is. It just seems like they all happen on the same day. So I have a little window here in between appointments, and then I have another thing I gotta do later too. So this will be good. This will be ready, waiting for us. So I'm gonna use this whole onion and I'm gonna chop it up. And also I'm going to throw in something or some sweet potatoes. I washed these up really well and I'm gonna slice these and then we'll put it all in the crock pot here for you. I'm gonna leave the skins on. I'm gonna cut it all too because the skins are good for you as well. So we'll just slice these. Now I got these at the Go Grocery Haul, so if you haven't seen that video, you should go back and check it. It's kind of, I don't know how to put one of those little things up here where you click on. I don't know how to do that, but it's there. Hopefully I will get that video done before this one. I've been a little behind on videos just because of life. We have lots of things that we're doing. I have stuff with the kids. We went to Dollywood the other day. You know, it just gets busy, and I do some other work stuff too. And I just can't get to sometimes sitting down and editing those videos. But I don't know, one thing, they're fun to do. I really enjoy the creativity of putting it together and doing it. But it's just sometimes finding the time. And I don't know about you, but it seems like lately after dinner we eat, I just want to go get my pajamas on and go to bed to some point, you know. I'm done. I think it's because it's cooler out and it gets darker earlier. One of these days it's gonna be dark when I make dinner. No, not generally, but yeah, it's just that time of year where I taking a break, you know, after the gardening season. Actually, I have one more canning project that I need to do. I'm thinking I can do that tomorrow, which is a Friday. Today's Thursday. Ooh, that was a hard one. All right, so let's get the crock pot. Ooh, and we'll assemble this up. All right, so I put the roast that I cut in a couple little end pieces that we had left. Now, you want to generously salt your food. Doesn't look like a lot in here, but trust me, that's plenty. And I don't generally eat very much of this, but this one's really good. It's just me. I have a thing about pork, so don't take it personal. All right, so we're gonna put our onions in here. Lots of flavor. And yes, I need to go get the garlic. I'm gonna put some garlic in there. You think, ooh, onions and sweet potatoes? Yes, of course. Makes it good and delicious. Let me go grab the garlic. Actually, I forgot one of the most important things. It's an apple. You need to put an apple, but peel it first. So I will do that in a second. But let me get the garlic out. Yes, I cheated this time. I bought some pre-chopped garlic. I don't know, the garlic at the store just hasn't been looking good. I don't know why. I got a Walmart grocery order and they gave me some bad garlic. And if you ever get that with Walmart, you can get a refund. So don't be afraid to do that. All right, so the next thing we have here is apple cider. Yes, remember several videos ago when I went to the apple orchard, here's some of that apple cider still. I saved it and put some in here because pork loves apple. I used to say to my dog when we had a beagle, she was kind of a pig. She used to eat a lot. I always gave her an apple and I said, pigs love apples. Not really, but they do. Pork and apples go really well together. So I'm gonna put our sweet potatoes in here. Get them in here. There's a lot of them. Like, I think a little too much. That'll be fine. Okay. Why do sweet potatoes do that when you cut them? Or maybe that's a dirty one. Maybe we won't put that one in. All right, so we'll put that in there. And then also, if you do not have apples, you can put some applesauce in as well. But I have some apples, so I'm gonna peel that apple and I'm gonna throw it in. And that is it. Very simple. I might put a little salt and pepper on the vegetables too. So let me peel this apple. All right, I have the apples that I peeled, sliced, and cored. Very important to get that peeling off because otherwise you will have it in there and it's not a very pleasant bite to eat. Actually, I didn't have very much applesauce, and so I'm just gonna dump that in too. It does work. The fresh apples I think is a little better, but the applesauce does work as well too. And I just put a little of that apple cider still in there to get the rest of that applesauce out. All right, so now I'll just sprinkle a little salt and pepper over our vegetables. Remember, oh, I forgot the most important thing. We'll leave the pepper in because that's pretty strong. Now, the most important ingredient. It's really weird. I usually put it on top of the pork roast. I kind of move it and get it in there. It'll all cook down and be delicious. Anyway, but the most important thing is coriander. This is delicious. It's got that, and I put quite a bit in there. I made this by accident. It went a long time ago. I was just throwing stuff together. I guess that's all the end of the coriander. And I just was sniffing spices and I'm like, oh, that might be good in there. It's kind of got that lemony or limey smell and it is fantastic. So there we go. Odd combination, but delicious. Let me wipe this down and then I'll put it on high. We're gonna put this on high, put the lid on because that's kind of yucky right there. Anyway, we'll put this on. The lid's on high. You can do it on low for up to 8 hours. And it depends on your crock pot. Probably 4 to 5 hours that'll be in. So it's 1:30 now. Be ready by 5:30. 6 I'll probably be perfect by the time we eat. So we will see you very soon to give it a try to show you what it looks like. And see that back there? That was kind of fun. That's what I have to can. I have some peppers back there left. I'm going to make some cowboy candy. I don't know what to do with those things. And those things are screaming hot. Anyway, peppers grew great in the garden. But I will see you back in a jiffy to give this a try. All right, so I decided I would show you my canned goods that I have been working on throughout the summer. Yes, raised on a garden pantry means that I have a lot of pantry items that I grow and I can, and we do use them. So when I cook it all, so I had a great harvest of green beans, and those are, I think, 3 deep. So I have a lot of them. Now tomatoes, I intended to grow and have more tomatoes, but I didn't get that many. So I actually had some given to me and I bought some tomatoes, but that should be plenty. And there's some more down there. And then there's some cans from the store. And this is all salsa. I think this is apple butter. And this is I made that a few years ago. We're working at it. It's a green, ketchup. But there is more. Lots of green beans, and we've already been getting into them. And we have all our beets, and there's pickles and some applesauce, and pickled bell peppers, and there's jellies, jams, and then down here I have those pepperoncinis, and probably pickled beets and regular beets all over there. Actually, we run out of room in this area. So I came outside. And I wanted to introduce you to Gary. He's hungry. He wants some more food here. He's been hanging around our house for about a week and a half or so. He was so hungry and skinny. He looks so much better. But we named him Gary. He's just kind of hanging around in our front yard. But yeah, if you guys didn't know who this cat is, anybody in the neighborhood that watches, please let me know. Oh, the puppies saw me. But he's a nice little cat. A little sassy to my boys. But looks a lot better, looks healthier. Anyway, that's Gary. So here it is. The final plate. Let's give it a little try. That's really good. You can taste the apple and the pork and the seasoning, and surprisingly the coriander gets all in there and just makes it taste so good. So I hope you give this one a try. I think this is the first time I've ever put sweet potatoes in it, and they're delicious too. So give this a try, a new way to use your crock pot with a pork roast. Have a good day, and I'll see you next time.